What is this?
You want me to add, but I thought if you want to like practice a little bit to see, like, your skills with pencil before moving on.
I know my skills with pencil. They are
Fabulous.
they're just as good as my skills with pen, and perhaps even my skills with oil painting and brush. So you're going to teach me? I'm Jay.
I'm going to teach how I go.
I'm Jay, and I don't know how to draw, but I know a lot about Fallout. And what you don't know, so I'm going to ask you questions about Fallout because you watched it with me.
Questions about Fallout.
Oh, we can go back and forth.
So you don't want to try and sketch it out? I'm very
sure. Yeah, let's see how I go on. Whatever you think is best. You're the teacher. You're the expert teacher.
I want to see you draw a little bit first.
Oh, great! Yeah. You've seen me draw before, so you know you're setting me up for something brutal right now.
No, I have your very beautiful drawing here.
Hey, well, yeah. Show them what I've done.
Very psychedelic, I would say.
It's psychedelic in a way. Sure.
In a way.
It's not the best I can possibly do, and the closest thing I can have to a consistent style, entirely based on drawing characters as ugly as I can. All right. So what am I trying to recreate? This, or this?
I just start with just drawing the Pip boy with a Bolt boy.
You'll notice a bandage on my hand. I was attacked by a rad roach earlier.
Yeah.
Yep. That Pip boy was pulled off my arm and burned me. All right.
So, you selected special one, which is, what is it, that one? You said Wasteland?
Well, that's Wild Wasteland there. But I'm going to try to just do a straight up thumbs up Pip boy. Oh, boy.
Okay, I can see where the problem begins.
Can you?
We should start with shapes, I think.
Am I two?
No, like...
I can draw a circle.
Yeah, like...
Oh, no, I can't.
Is that the head?
That's a circle. You told me to start with shapes.
Oh, I mean, break it down into shapes.
All right, so...
than, like, trying to...
The head is this shape.
Yeah.
Arm is that shape. See my skill here. I'm desperately trying to remember when I was about 15, I took a lesson on drawing comic book characters, and it was all about drawing like muscles like this, you know? Oof. All right, let's see. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to erase the line, the pencil, after I do this. This doesn't make sense to you, what I'm doing? It's not a genius idea, you don't think?
It's amazing.
This is the art of the masses right here. This is how the average person with normal pen control is definitely not nervous to be drawing for a camera. Oh boy, hands are tough. So just like Steve Ditko.
Yeah, you're putting a lot of pressure on it, which is like if you're sketching, you don't want to sketch.
I blame the angle.
Sketching. When you're sketching, you don't want to. It was the S that we say S, you know. I told you, like we say S school.
Yes. And you say we, Persians, or us.
No,
I don't.
No, I meant Persians. But like when you're sketching, you're probably gonna go over it with some other medium, right? So you don't want the lines to be that thick.
Well, they are for the moment.
Or dark.
Oh, erasers are powerful things.
No, they're not.
Oh, crap. I have very good memories of erasers being very reliable. Oof. Oh, that angle is all wrong. Get them all wrong.
Oh, you don't want to exact it.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely do, but let's pretend I don't.
No, but like that is, I think, the secret to drawing is that like when you first start, you're like, oh, it's so different the angle or whatever. But then later on, you learn that you're not trying to exact, you're trying to recreate, but not a carbon copy usually.
All right, so what year did the bombs drop and fall out?
19.
Nope.
2050.
Pretty close.
2048.
Wrong direction.
2068.
Very close, but not quite.
2070.
I think it's 2077. Now you've got me second guessing myself. Wow, he's coming together, isn't he?
That's good. It's not too bad. But you're not letting me in.
Oh, you told me to. Told me to draw so you could see.
After I was like, man, I need to step in. But like, when I mean start with the shapes, like you got the head. You're not trying to exactly the inline, and you got a body and like gesture lines. But like, we're not doing like very serious. But
oh, wow, the form is much more coherent already on your one.
No false flattery.
It's not false. It's like you actually can see I can't see the whole image at once. I can only see a tiny section of it that I'm trying to copy at a time. I can't really see the frame.
You know what? When you were a kid, did like the leucoplasts have a thumbs up?
The what?
Like the Band-Aids? Band-Aid?
The leucoplast?
Is it called leucoplast?
In America? They're called Band-Aids. Name with bandages in
Let me look it up. Yeah, leucoplast is a brand.
the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland,
Northern Ireland?
That's the name of the whole country. It's not a joke.
Now I need to know where leucoplast is from.
I feel like if anybody watches this who's from Northern Ireland, they're going to be very upset with you.
Why? Because I didn't say leucoplast is from Northern Ireland.
Because you didn't know that it's called the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about too.
Apparently, leucoplasts are a category of plastid.
With the plastic?
Oh no, that is a different thing.
It sounds like a cryptid but made out of plastic.
But that's not it. I went to the wrong.
Wow. This makes me feel like a child, except as a child, my drawing was more consistent. Because I would draw more. Wow. That's rough. I would say I could do better on a computer, but I couldn't.
Yeah. Nice, good, baby.
Yeah, thank you. It's great. You're right. I'm very proud.
But where did Band-Aids have an image of a boy?
What is this Band-Aid thing? What are you talking about?
I remember there was this Band-Aid image I remember from
that you think is similar to this?
Had like this like thumb with a Band-Aid on it.
That sounds like something that would exist, but I can't think of it.
Band-Aid boy. Band-Aid
All
boy,
I can think of right now is the girl with the dog pulling her swimsuit off on copper tones on the screen, which has to be gone by now, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. No. That did not exist in my childhood.
Well, now why don't you show me how bad I am, and you do. See, I've done my rough beginning of a drawing here. It's not done, obviously. When it's done, it'll be perfect. But right now, that's my first step. What's your first step? Let's see.
So I did my first step. I did it already. Don't you? It was the.
What faction in Fallout? Wears.
Why are you quizzing
power
me?
Armor.
Oh, that is the.
There's two, but you only.
I know one.
Yes.
From the show, it's the Iron Knights.
No. Almost the right metal. You gotta mix a little bit of aluminum in there or whatever.
Steel Knights?
No.
Knights of Steel?
Oh, so close, but think a little
Brotherhood
bit more.
of Steel.
There you go. Totally normal guys. Good men.
Are they bad people? Because the two characters they showed us.
Their whole thing is stopping anyone else from getting high-tech stuff.
Yeah.
And at the expense of like whatever.
Why are they stopping? Is it like a religious thing or?
It's become that, but I think it's in the show. It's more that like there's a weird Roman thing going on with it. But I think it's more of a, oh, now I feel ashamed because it's been a long time since I played New Vegas. And, well, I don't know if they're in New Vegas, Fallout 3. But I think it's more of a, they don't want anyone else in the wasteland to be able to stand against them or something like that.
Right. But like the two characters that they showed us, the girl and the boy, seem to be not bad people.
No, but everybody's part of a group that's arguably terrible people in Fallout. That's kind of the whole thing.
Okay.
I mean,
Other than the main girl?
well, she's part of Vault Dwellers who are
Yeah, but she's
naive lunatics that think they can remake America 200 years later with
but like
technology and
she's
sexual
like, it's
liberation.
like saying, I don't know, like she's not involved in it, right?
Ideologically, she is.
Is it? Is she though?
She
Like it's
believes
like,
in- it's more of a naivete born.
are you involved with America?
I mean, I'm not out there trying to find my dad who run. I'm not Joe Biden's son trying to find him to bring him back so that America still has a water chip and good governance. So not in that sense. No, not directly. I am
I
Aldo's
thought
son.
she just wanted to.
Yeah,
I thought she just wanted to find her dad.
my
because
mom went to
it's
Merrickville
her dad.
35 years ago. What? Yeah, but also because he's.
You're both terrible at this.
No, yours is like you're capturing the essence of the boy.
No.
I
Like that
disagree strongly.
cheeky round face is difficult to capture.
It's a beautiful thing. He captured it pretty well right here.
Are we on still?
I believe so.
No, he does. You know that roundness is like a very good round.
See, my guy's round head is very round. I mean, he looks like a disabled child drew. There we go. All right. Okay, so how about we switch it up?
Yeah.
Let's show me how to do a bit of watercoloring. Why don't we do one more version of this guy?
Yeah, we don't need to do another version of that. I just wanted to see what we're working with.
Well, I believe you talked a lot of smack about how easily you could draw this face right here. So I'd like to see you do that, and then we'll color it in together with watercolors. And I'll show you how great I am at mixing colors.
Okay.
Because I am theoretically, part of my job is to know colors. So we'll see how well that works out for me.
I didn't think we were going to mix colors.
How we host use watercolors.
It's not, you can just use them straight.
I guess when I say mix colors, I just meant use them with water.
Okay.
I don't know the terms. All right.
So I have two types of paper here for watercolor. One is like this rough paper.
No,
It doesn't go. So
that's right. We need to break it up.
yeah, I can put a couple of books behind it if that would help.
No, not okay.
And then we have this one, which is also watercolor, but it's a hot press, so it's a flat surface. Belongs to you, actually. I don't know if you remember.
Yes. I have no idea why I own it, but yeah.
You were going through an art phase.
This is me learning how to do beautiful, show them the beautiful calligraphy work that I did 5 years ago. So anyway, all right, well, let's use this one.
Do you want that one? It is cooler, but that one is like more like, we'll use that one for this.
Rule of cool.
Rule of cool. No, I mean, it's too artsy for what we're doing, I think. But it doesn't matter.
You're the pro. You can decide, but I say that one. That's my vote is for that one.
Where do I put this?
My cat can't tell you that.
All right. Let me sit here. Yeah. Okay.
My God, we've been live.
So you want me to draw that wild wasteland? Do you want the dog and skull and alien to be there too?
Absolutely not.
No, just the boy.
Just the boy.
Just the boy.
That's all that matters here.
New York City.
No, not saving the boy. This might. So in New Vegas, I don't know what the Chihuahua or whatever is, but if you take this perk, you find Indiana Jones's skeleton inside of a refrigerator with his hat on.
Yeah.
Which is what the top left one is. and you find a crashed alien flying saucer with a very powerful ray gun in it. Don't know the dog, though. I feel like I missed out on something fun. Perhaps it's talking dog. So you've made lines similar to the ones you're imitating there, which is something beyond me already.
I just noticed his mouth is like a upside down comma.
Yeah, it is, or like a quotation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quotation mark.
And I think in this one, it looks like his little chin dimple kind of thing is transformed into like a double chin because he's shocked by the wildness of the wasteland. Now I can't stop imagining Walton Goggins' character from the show with like fully yellow blonde hair. It's very upsetting, I think.
So, do you want? Just the issue is that there's a head not very well positioned in this right now.
Oh, we're just going to color him in a bit. Why don't you just? How about this?
Draw his
Take
body
this
a little
head
bit.
and you take this body.
Yeah.
You pop it on there, and that way you can get color in some.
But not the hand though, right?
He can
It's
have his
not-
arms down at his side because he's too shocked to react or make his signature thumbs up. So,
Yeah.
follow question number 5.
Yeah. Did you write down questions?
No, I'm
Like just coming up
off
with
the
them?
dome. I mean, I've thought about them for days, but
Yeah.
who are the enclaves? That's in the show.
The enclave.
Game. You've played about, 5 minutes, 10, 30 minutes, maybe tops of Fallout 4?
Yeah.
So this is literally an impossible question for you to answer.
Yes. I have no idea what.
They're the remnants of the U.S. military.
Oh yeah, you mentioned.
They have cool power armor. They operate out of like oil rigs.
Yeah.
And they basically just like murder whoever they need to keep their like kind of pseudo secret power going on. I remember as a kid playing Fallout 2,
Yeah.
or I think it's 2, and the opening of the game is a vault opening up. There's a bunch of Enclave guys in power armor outside the door, and they just spray the family waving at them with a big machine gun. And once in a while, you run into that kind of scene where it's just you ever play
Yeah.
Pokemon on Game Boy and stuff?
No.
Final Fantasy?
No.
Any kind of Asian RPG game where they have random encounters that you get when you're traveling on the map and then it goes whoosh, and now you're in a fight?
No.
Random encounters.
Random. Yeah, I know random encounters. Yeah. Like in D&D.
Sort of. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Not really, but yeah. In Fallout 2, you'd pulled out of the map sometimes and there'd be a bunch of Enclave guys just killing a family.
Right.
And then you'd have to decide to either fight them or run away. And they were very scary. But once you figured out how to kill them, you could steal their giant machine guns. All right, so you're lining this.
Yeah. This is, well, we could do it after as well, but I was just thinking because, it's very bright, lines are invisible, so it would make it a bit more visible.
Yeah, that's
This is waterproof pen.
I understand the connection now. Color.
Yeah. So which one is the best game out of them all? You, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is it?
Because it kind of creates, I mean, the main reason I think everyone loves it is because it's got a story that like the main part of the main storyline ends in 4 different ways. You can ally with different people and end the story.
Yeah.
And it's sort of up to you how to go depending on who you like.
Yeah.
You can ally with the fascistic Roman style Caesar's legion who like to crucify people,
Yeah.
but seem to run things very, I guess, efficiently, if you want to call it that. I mean, once they've crucified a bunch of folks. You can ally with the NCR, which is basically, it's very much like a stand-in for the U.S. government now, in that it's the new California Republic, and it's just an ineffectual kind of, but very large group of people with bad armor, but that are sort of somewhat well organized and try to act as though they're an official government and operate on the basis of trials and stuff. And they have a president who you can either help or assassinate, or you can ally with yourself, take control of the Vegas Strip with a bunch of robots that you take control of.
Right.
Become some sort of strange New Vegas tyrant controlling the casinos that inexplicably still exist.
So is it like just mainly the way the storyline goes the best, or is the gameplay or mechanics? And
it's basically the mechanics of Fallout 3, which was like a big deal because it went from 2D turn-based to 3D first-person shooter, like Skyrim style.
Yeah.
It took those mechanics but made them much better and added a ton of very cool little additions like Wild Wasteland and silly stuff like that. And had an incredible voice cast. Matthew Perry is one of the main antagonists because he was a big fan of the earlier games. R.I.P. bro. May he be warmed and bubbly in heaven. And the other option is you can ally with the guy who plays Odo in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, who's a decrepit old man inside of a cryogenic tube running the strip through a computer like the Wizard of Oz. So that's fun.
Oh wait, I think I know Odo. He's the guy who looks like the computer. Is he not?
No, that's Data.
Yeah, he looks like Data, doesn't he?
No.
Maybe I'm mistaken.
He's got no features. He's a shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter.
He's played by a very good actor named Rene Auberjonois, as well. And the character's name is Mr. House. That was why people were really, spoilers for Fallout TV show, that was why people were really upset about, or some weirdos online were super upset about the ending of the show, is because it shows Kyle MacLachlan's character going to New Vegas again. So it's basically saying one of the endings of New Vegas is now going to be canonized. Yeah. And there's some timeline issue too, but who cares about that? The issue people have is like, well, what if they show the main character's name is the Courier in New Vegas? Yeah. What if they show the Courier? I don't want to see that the Courier is not the character I played as, cared about, etc. And they don't want one ending to be the official ending of New Vegas. But I reckon they'll figure it out.
With regards to Fallout New Vegas, that came out after Fallout 4 or before Fallout 4?
It came out before Fallout 4, but after 3. It was the 3 engine, basically just... Yeah. They removed some of the stupid systems, like that an awful weapon maintenance system in 3 that everyone hated. They got rid of that. They got rid of a bunch of the annoying stuff. And it was a different company. It was not Obsidian. It was the other guys that work with Obsidian.
Obsidian?
Or what's the company that made Skyrim?
For God's sake, it's not Obsidian.
Obsidian's the one.
It's the name of a city in America.
No.
Or Canada.
What?
It's the name of the company, is the name of the town in either Canada.
Bethesda, Maryland. Yeah. No, but Obsidian worked with Bethesda and made Fallout New Vegas. And so there's also this strange rivalry in the fandom thinking that New Vegas is the one that was made by these different guys. Mm-hmm. And so like people keep trying to be like, oh, the guy who made New Vegas said like the canon shouldn't be messed with by Amazon. And, people trying to stir shit. It's sort of, it's like a even nerdier but less toxic version of like the discourse around The Last of Us 2. It's just fanboys being very attached to their specific understanding of a story. Yeah. And then when people possibly even talk about canonizing anything different, it's freak out. I think they should go all in and have the Courier character from New Vegas be the main character that they meet when they go to New Vegas in the second season. Yeah. Have him be just a very specific character that goes against a lot of the people's thing. Just go cast somebody, like, I don't know, I don't know, Steve Buscemi or somebody. No, they should cast a woman because that's how I played it. That's what I want. Yeah. See, I'm not immune to this either. They should cast a woman with a black mohawk type thing because that's how I.
They should not cast the same character from the first.
Don't let her know it's not how I play Fallout. Maybe it's just how I played Fallout when I was an 8-year-old kid being shocked that you could have a game that had a sex scene in it theoretically. Although it was just fade to black, but
Do you wanna? I think if you're done there, this is.
It's time to color this beautiful Valpoy in.
We should switch seats again.
Oh, okay.
But that's not. You need. It's safe. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. Let's switch seats then.
all right. This is going to go great.
So when is the next game coming out?
First, they have to finish Elder Scrolls 6, whatever it's going to be called, sequel to Skyrim.
Yeah.
And once that's done,
Forever.
yeah, that'll come out in like the next 5 years. Then Fallout 5 will come out. I think literally like 2030 is when people expect it, maybe.
So
There's so much attention on it right now that maybe they'll rush it, which would be probably best.
this is the you don't need that.
Yep, I just realized.
This is the watercolors I used when I first started painting. These are like student grade, but like they're good.
I feel strangely insulted that this is what you could use.
Do you want?
No, I'm kidding.
Do you want me to bust out the tubes?
No, I'm
The
terrified
thing
of
about
this.
this is that like I have sampled everything there, so you can see what is there.
That is good. I know that the suit should be lemon yellow, but his hair should be Aurelian hue. Set.
Maybe. I like this perma yellow more. Let me just first spray water on these.
Is it permanent? A weird.
I think it's permanent,
Yes.
but I've written
As
that
opposed to
down.
other things.
Well, I think so
Is this a
there's
name?
with pigments and stuff. There's like I think history because a lot of some colors like red and yellow used to be very fugitive, which means they would fade.
Fugitive.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. What's the purple that was made with sails?
Now that was not purple, but that's actually I think vermilion red is made of. So one thing else I have to tell you, I have two little bottled water thingies.
Can I?
Yeah, you can try there.
Oh boy.
I need to tell you a couple of stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
I have two little water thingies here, and this one is for washing your brush. This one is for picking up water to mix. Okay?
Yes.
And another,
Sewer sink.
yeah.
Yes.
And then the issue you have here is that when you just lift the color straight from the pan, it's too thick. Which one was that?
What? That's perma yellow.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Oh, what did you do?
I zoomed in on the.
So what you want to do is if you want to have a nice and more is you mix it like somewhere and then put it on paper. But it will be thinner. If you are going straight from the pan, it will be thicker, but it won't be as usually it won't be as I guess what do you call it? Smooth.
It will be thinner. It won't be as thick and rich.
And the other thing we need to take attention, and I didn't think about
Opaque
it.
also.
Yeah. The other thing I think is that I didn't think about was that since our surface is coming down, it will have
gonna drip.
pools.
Yeah.
It doesn't always drip, like unless you are doing like if you have two wet areas next to each other, it will mix each other. So you have to avoid that with watercolors. You don't want to have two different.
So why don't I do? How long does it take to dry a bit? Like, what if I did the yellow, then came back and did the
It'll take like a couple minutes. not
blue,
too
then the
much.
face,
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
and then yeah.
I reckon it's a bit more zoomed out. There's more, will be more action.
I genuinely just wanted to see if it did that. It worked like that. Okay.
And due to our technical difficulties, we have lost the one
right.
viewer we had.
Who gives a shit? Fuck, they don't deserve to watch if they didn't want to stay through difficulties.
Baby, this channel is loving and.
I'm sorry. Let me recalibrate my tone. I missed one last thing. Will you?
What do you want me to do?
If you don't look up, either you look up a
Questions?
quiz thing, or I'm going to look up a quiz about Adventure Time and really
Oh no.
You're good.
Like, I'm gonna. But I'll use my phone now. It's easier for me to look on my phone.
Your phone has the internet?
My phone has the internet.
It's pretty cool.
Huh?
It's pretty cool.
My phone?
It's got the internet.
Fallout.
The ultimate Fallout quiz.
Not quiz. Maybe let me get this out of your way. Oh, and you can dab if you have too much, like you think there's too much water on your
Let me
brush.
see what would happen if I'd done that. Why is it so green?
Oh, because I think it's like I've used blues and yellows together.
Oh, so that's my mistake.
So that is why you have two different types of water.
And to be honest, how shitty is this brush?
Don't use the lemon yellow though. Don't use.
I was going to use that just for the suit because it's slightly
I
lighter.
think it's just like it's too. I never really liked the lemon yellow in this.
Forget the yellow. Fuck lemon. Excuse me.
So if like sometimes when I'm drawing, like I have a small area and there's too much, it like you call this loaded. Like I find my brush is too loaded. I dab it here so there's less paint on my brush.
Okay. Perma yellow. Let's make sure we're not too loaded. We're going to dab it. Then we're going to do some beautiful. I forgot about that step. I'm mixing it with water here.
It's like just you want it to be more like you can add more water if you want more water in it, or you can have it be like that. It's just that you want to know the paint to be smoothly.
It's my painting and all that.
Mixed and everything else. Yeah.
I want to. Yeah.
So what Fallout trivia?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Fallout trivia with answers or without answers?
Well, I mean, I don't. That's up to you.
Okay.
But I mean, how
We can start.
wouldn't you be devastated if you didn't know the answer if I didn't know us? All right.
Fallout. Maybe we should have looked our questions on before.
It's a live stream. It's the fun of it. It's unpredictable, you know?
Yeah. I'm sure that's how Mr. Sunday movies
Yeah,
find their podcast.
they don't do live streams. Yeah, no, every successful live broadcast is totally unplanned, you know, the news. All right.
That's good.
I feel if we did prep, I would feel much more.
Well, not prep for the drawing and stuff, but
No.
prep for topics we
Well,
want to talk about. Just have to do the mixing there.
I forgot about that step again. It's going to be hard to keep. Yeah.
Do you know who's Myron?
Myron. Shit. No. Who's Myron? You tell me.
So I'll have to look it up.
Great. You got to do the lawyer thing. You should never ask a question unless you already know the answer.
Well, I thought you were going to give us answers. Myron is this person.
Oh. Nope. He's a sexual predator in New Reno, credited with the invention or with a cheap mass-produced variant of jet for the Medino crime family. Oh, I think he's the guy responsible for the fact that the Fallout world is flooded with jet, and it makes no sense. It's been 200 years.
Right.
And jet is like, I guess, Fallout meth, but an asthma inhaler,
Right.
which I guess is better.
So apparently if you have a high intelligence chosen one, you can call out Myron on his bullshit and discover that jet is actually based off a pre-war drug.
Meth, I assume. It's a stimulant. Like, I think it gives you extra. Oh, no.
But
Gone outside the lines in my zeal to color in. Oh God.
it's like me making you an adult coloring book.
Yeah, this is effectively, I've tricked you into making me an adult coloring book. And I'm going to keep doing it. I've never wanted to do an adult coloring book, but that's because I didn't have a Fallout one that changed depending on what I asked it to be. I could try to make you one in return, but you're going to be pretty unhappy when I draw my line versions of like Jake and Finn.
I know.
In fact, that might be what that is over there. It might be Jake and Finn. If like now that I mean, it kind of is. Oh no, let change colors by accident. Oh dear.
It's all right. You can mix it in a little bit. So now just dab your brush a little bit and go mix the two parts together.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I see.
That's like,
Well, he's a wet head, this guy now. A wet-headed mascot.
yeah, do that.
Do that. All right. What am I doing when I do that?
You're spreading
it out.
pigment so it's more equally in your brush. It's not like this happens and you don't do that. This.
Oh, that's because my hand was on it, though, isn't it?
No, not
Oh,
that.
That's just, isn't that just dry, though, too?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
so like it helps with all of that.
I feel I've been set up to fail with this brush, to be honest.
Do you have to be careful where you put your hand? What's wrong with that brush? It's good.
I'm just trying to blame others for my failure right now.
This is a better brush. But it's larger.
It's all right. That's incorrect. You do stupid things.
The Fallout timeline had diverged
Yeah.
from because I would say diverge usually.
I think that's correct, too.
Okay.
It's a matter of preference.
By the 19th century.
What? Oh, I didn't know that.
In the Fallout world, Edison's phonograph, first demonstrated in the real world in 1887, was used to record the speech of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln died in 1865 in the real world. It's unclear whether Lincoln survived later. Edison built his machine later.
Edison's time machine.
No, his machine.
Oh my God.
Or some combination of both. You can find the recording in Fallout 3.
I did not know that, but it does make sense. Fallout 3 is set in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Liam Neeson plays your dad in Fallout 3, the main character's dad. Because Fallout games are all about either finding your son or finding your dad nowadays for some reason. That's maybe why New Vegas is beloved too. Mm. So it doesn't have that soap opera dimension. Yeah. It starts and your main character gets shot in the head by Matthew Perry, who's wearing an obnoxious suit. You wake up in a shallow grave and you got to go kill his ass and get revenge, or sleep with him, then kill him. If your character's free, I think you have to be female. I don't know, actually.
Did you know Sean Bean?
Sean Bean?
Sean Bean plays the king in Oblivion.
I never played through Oblivion. I started playing it like
the beginning. The guy who you speak in the beginning in Oblivion is
in Oblivion, the one before Skyrim.
Yeah.
I don't remember it at all. I think I played it for like a few hours the week that Skyrim came out. Yeah. So I was like, what the hell is Elder Scrolls? Why is everyone excited about this? And so I played that, and then by the time I got it downloaded and installed or whatever, I think I had Skyrim, and so I said, oh, never mind. Yeah. And then I was very excited because in the beginning of that, the guy from Battlestar Galactica is there trying to get your head chopped off. Yeah. So Sean Bean was rough for it to do that. I'm surprised. Why? Actually, no, he was making cool stuff around in the early 2000s. Sorry, says what? He was in Ronin.
No, Oblivion was a big game.
I know. I just didn't know
Morrowind was a big game.
That's true. I did. Yeah. All right. I take that back. I'm sorry, Sean Bean. You're never hard up for, mate.
If you want to move on, I'd say clean your brushing that very well. Like, that is not enough because there's still pigment in it. You have to like rub it against the bottom, come out, do this again, and then you do another one in there, and you test it like this. That is like doesn't have pigment on it. So now that's very good. You went back to the same color. What are you filling in?
I realized what I did was wrong as soon as I did it. Mika, you don't have to shame me. All right, now which one is the suit? This one, or am I doing his face? I guess the suit, since I went down.
Yeah. So for you, if you want, that is the better color for face. But this is not a good color.
That's him after the nuclear explosion when he's been burnt a little.
Oh no, you can mix it with water for it to be thinner.
Oh God! All right, that's advanced. Give me a second on that. Yeah. Do this first.
Okay, what do you want to do? Cobalt blue or cerulean blue?
No, it's
you can't even do turquoise.
Turquoise? I feel like it's cobalt. Turquoise as well. Turquoise sounds fancy, honestly.
Yeah, cobalt. I would go with cerulean, but you can go with cobalt. It's closer in color.
I think it's the proper.
Do this thing here. Do the thing.
No.
So, someone responded, if you really want to go deep in our timeline, diverged thousands of years ago. No, wait, actually, before that. If you want to get really technical, our timeline
I know what.
was
Let
never
me
the
answer.
same as Fallout.
Because the aliens came and abducted people, and one of them was like a samurai from at least I think 1,000 years ago.
Oh, no, but
This is just a okay. Go ahead.
since radiation works completely differently.
That's not how timelines work.
Yeah, but in the lore timeline
In their timeline, bullets work differently too.
Yeah. In the lore timeline diverges somewhere in the mid 1600s when that samurai got kidnapped by aliens. But we don't
Poor
know.
guy.
But what if a samurai was kidnapped by aliens in our timeline and we don't know about it?
Yeah, you make a good point. In fact,
Yeah.
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 Poor guy. He just keeps yelling at you in Japanese. Where am I? Who are you?
How
And then
is it as our subtitles?
No, people just I read it on the internet, and then everybody kills him for.
Very thick.
Yeah, I realized that after.
You can you can still
get some
like
little-
thin it out with either water. No, so like add pick some water
And then
and just spread it out.
so everybody just keeps the phone at a distance.
Okay, we're back.
Thanks.
So if you really want to go deep, our timeline diverged thousands of years ago. Lorenzo Cabot discovered proof of ancient precursor civilization on Earth.
Just like Star Trek.
That's looking good.
Is that a joke about ancient aliens, or is that an actual canon Fallout thing?
No, I think it is a character in Fallout. I think he's like, you come across him in the lore.
Oh, yeah, I think I do remember in Fallout 2, I want to say. Yeah.
So
the weird thing in Fallout is in Fallout 2, back in the old 90s games, there's a bunch of alien stuff, but it's very different than the alien stuff later. So in reality, there's like at least 2, if not more, types of aliens on Earth in the Fallout world.
mm-hmm.
And it's implied, apparently, that they may have started this.
The aliens.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a tradition.
Really,
The show heavily implies Valtech was going to do it. But it's okay.
Is our connection now?
It's resetting. You connect with the things connected. Our connection should be fine in a moment.
So this is like something you do when you're very not non-impatient, is that you smudge the ink.
I mean,
You need to give it a second to dry before
I feel
erasing.
like your Indiana Jones hat is maybe closer to the actual hats that he wears in the movies. It's the brim is too small, is it?
Yeah.
I'm desperate about this Chihuahua. I want to know what that's about. But
Oh, I can look it up for you.
refuse. I will in a sec. But wait, are you going to do the spiral? Why
No,
don't you do your own version of it?
One version of the spiral?
Yeah, some sort of spiraling
No,
line.
no.
Or a vault door.
No.
Oh.
Like not with geometric shapes, you'll find out that's one of the downfalls of my drawings.
I mean, those are boring anyways. So it's all shapes are geometric,
All shapes are geometric.
aren't they?
They are.
Geometric does not mean, non-organic shapes. I know what word I'm looking for here. You're googling the currency of Spain, maybe? Isn't it like we were talking about this the other day, right?
Yes, that is when I was playing it. I didn't come home, come to a laptop and sit in the dark searching for the currency of Spain.
The currency is.
If you're connected, you just need to reset that.
I think it's a minute. I'm just checking to see if it's sort of next, but that's still going. So show me how you get the pigment from. Let's see, which one were you saying you're going to use for his face?
That one.
And not the one right above it that seems to be off-white?
That's just white.
Oh. Well, you could have fooled me, honestly. This doesn't look very white. Especially when it's surrounded by, I guess, technically white plastic.
So you can just mix it with water. That's like the beauty of our colors. You mix it with water, and then you get this thinner color. So look at this here, for example. See?
That's perfect. It looks just like him.
Let me restart that.
Just
No, that is okay. It's just that
this to the wife.
and then like you can Jean Brilliant or whatever it's called. It's not a pigment, so like actual artists who work with pigments, not with color mixes. But if you want, like what I would do, what people would do draw skin tones with is like mix of browns and blues and reds, because every one of us has a bit of a blue undertone and a red undertone and like some degree of, brown mixed in there.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not blue at all.
You're the bluest. I do want to continue.
No. Okay, let's see. It isn't.
So this is like what it looks like. It doesn't have to be very. What are you doing? Well.
So I guess the experiment in Ella's Wealth in the show was less pronounced than they usually are, because it was all, wait, oh no, I just mixed that and that.
But that's okay too.
That's why instinct says to make it lighter is to mix it with white.
Well, you mix it with water.
Yes. I'm learning.
But now you need to test that on paper before using it. Yeah, that looks good.
It's a little watery though. You know what I mean?
No.
Oh dear.
Walt 88.
All they need is, what is that? Is it from, it's like a TLC for Fallout 4 that never came out.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they'll finally release it. No, nobody want to see. What's the experiment in that one? It's weird because some of the experiments are pretty like benign things. Like they give them no gek, which is like a Garden of Eden creation kit.
Yeah.
It's a thing to build a new society once the world is safe to come out into. Other ones are like, we put a bunch of children in here alone, you know, like it's just nightmare stuff, or like kind of cute.
So I think 88 is where you can be or and perform your experiments, but they don't give you a lot of options to it's like they give you some tamer options.
The game.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like The Sims, but for Fallout.
I guess
actually
so.
There should be. Considering the very active, shall we say, modding community of The Sims, I bet you there is some Sims Fallout stuff that's pretty messed up. Because I have never seen such an expansive adult modding community for a game. Oh boy, look at my shading.
I have noticed your shading.
Yeah, there you go.
So, Vault 111 from Fallout 4. You don't look.
Are you quizzing me what they are? I don't remember what they are by the name, but the main one in Fallout 4 is people being frozen, but it's like, it doesn't really make sense because what is the experiment? Who's around to see? I guess we know from the show that other people got frozen well, so they could come out and see what. It seems like most of the freezing kind of worked in Fallout 4, I guess, right?
Yeah.
The main character and their spouse are both, and the baby who's just being held there, are all okay when Nate, is the baby, are all okay when Kellogg shows up in the beginning of the game and shoots whoever you.
Kellogg?
It's the guy's name who shoots your spouse.
Is this related to the Kellogg?
I mean, there's definitely a connection vaguely in the fact that the people he works with are, spoilers, I guess, the people he works with are called the Institute.
Yeah.
And Kellogg was all about, the guy who created the cereal was all about using cereal to stop people from self-pleasure. But I don't think that there's not a clear connection. It's more just like maybe one of the writers was like, oh, that'll be,
Right.
But I'm trying to remember some of the weirder ones from the older, because a lot of them are, you can't figure out what happened. You have to you have to go in and read a bunch of terminals or see the horrible things that happened to the dead people in it to know what happened. So you didn't even have shading there. I was just copying that one.
Yeah, it's okay. You're okay.
Can I dilute it a little bit, or is it too late? Can I put a bit of
You can dilute it, but you don't need to. You are not fade. There's no fade in that photo, so you don't need to add a fade in.
And this is just making things much worse.
95 from Fallout 4.
I remember there being I think there's one where there's a robot in charge.
Right.
Is that?
No.
What is it?
It's a rehab for drug addicts.
What the hell was Vault-Tec's business model? They have 100 something vaults and the whole country's getting destroyed. And one of them they put, presumably, maybe they're rich drug addicts, but presumably not people that paid to be in vaults in this. Did they put drugs?
5 years later, it popped open a secret hatch filled with a bunch of drugs just to see what would happen.
That actually sounds exactly what I'd want to be doing if I was trapped in a vault. Screw it. It's the nuclear apocalypse. You
can kill each other.
Yeah. No, that's like every other vault. Without the drugs don't seem like they changed that much then. I
became a gunner, hideout gunner.
I don't remember that.
With a capital G.
Yeah, presumably it's like a faction in Fallout where I
Vault 3 from New Vegas.
Crap. New Vegas is weird because your main character is not a vault dweller in New Vegas. You're just a scumbag from the wastelands who's a courier.
Yeah.
Who's carrying a platinum casino chip that you later find out what it does. And then Matthew Perry comes and shoots you in the head to steal it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. So I don't remember any of the vaults in New Vegas, to be honest.
Vault 3 is a control vault scheduled to open just 20 years after the bombs fell. The residents weren't eager to expose themselves to the danger of the outside world, however, and quite sensibly kept it locked longer than was planned.
Why would that be allowed?
They even managed to stay indoors without everyone killing each other. Weird.
Wait, so it was just fine?
Yeah.
All right.
There wasn't a sinister experiment as far as we know.
What is this list where that one makes this?
It's just PC
Is this
Gamer.
best Fallout vaults from PC Gamer? And they say Vault 3 was a control vault as one of the best vaults? And do they need to be in?
There wasn't a sinister experiment.
Yeah, but that's the... Okay, I guess best has a different meaning to me than them.
Yeah. Vault 34 New Vegas.
Holy. And I cannot... I don't remember any of the vaults in New Vegas. All my memories of New Vegas are about the cool greaser gang that's all dressed as like Elvis and the cannibal casino.
Vault 34 was the one on living quarters, which eventually became an issue due to massive overpopulation. Also, Vault Tech filled it with ridiculous amount of weapons and an armory door that couldn't be locked.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, riots broke out during attempts to plunder the armory, leading to damage to the vault, computers, a radiation leak, and a whole lot of inhabitants being turned into ghouls.
Whoa. I'm going to do something here with green. I'm either going to make him melting into a puddle of green because he's been shot by a disintegrator, by a plasma gun.
Sure.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Vault 19 from New Vegas.
This is New Vegas vault. It's not fair. I didn't intend for you to give me a quiz on this in the first place, let alone all of them. After I have no idea. What was it? What nightmare was it?
Red versus Blue. A war as old as time.
The Halo-based TV. Okay.
Vault 19 was separated into red and blue sections, accessible only to those with the correct colored key cards, most likely as an experiment to see how the different colored teams might interact with each other. Unfortunately, a sulfur leak from the caverns below Vault 19 made the inhabitants abandon it before they could completely devolve into the violence. Devolve again.
It's all about devolving, which is, again, makes you question Vault-Tech's...
No, but it's not the right word.
Devolve.
No.
What's the word you're thinking for? De-evolve?
What is devolve?
Devolve is to fall backwards into, or to kind of regress, I guess, into. So you could have a civil conversation that devolves into a shouting match. I think. Am I wrong? Is that?
All right.
I'm really out in the woods here. I don't know how to use watercolors without coloring something in. It kind of looks like he's buried up to his waist in grass here, and somebody's punched him in the face and kind of left him buried with his hands in the grass. That's what I'm doing now. I changed my mind. It's grass now.
Okay, I guess it's interesting because the main meaning is to pass on something from one person to another.
Scroll up a little.
But the last meaning is the one you were talking about. I think this is a modern meaning, which was not originally.
It's shocking because that and the second definition I've absolutely never heard or seen anywhere. That's bizarre. But all right, well, let's not get caught up in the weeds of what the word devolve means. We know what it means in vaults. It means everybody started having a bad time.
Yeah. So a sulfur leak from caverns made the inhabitants abandon it before they could completely become into violence and murder. That
one really lacks imagination. Just give people red shirts and blue shirts and wait till they kill each other, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Is that a wood or grass?
It's grass. I changed my mind. He's buried up to his waist.
In grass?
Yeah, in dirt and grass.
Grass takes time to grow, baby.
Yeah, he's been there for a long time.
Okay. Vault 92. from Fallout 3.
Is it the music one?
Yes, did you cheat?
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely cheated. I was like, I can't not know any of these. I got to look over there and just straight up cheat when you're looking away. I cheated, and I'm sorry. What is it? I don't remember the specifics. I literally just over and saw the word music.
Most talented musicians to all 92, hoping to not just preserve the human race, but also its musical culture and history.
Also, like a great reality show.
Yeah. So I know that's not why they invite actually. So they really invited them to use them as unwitting test subjects for white noise experiments in an attempt to create a legion of obedient super soldiers.
What the hell?
Yeah,
These are trash. I remember there's a lot of fun ones. There's like the one where it's
Hold
all...
on to your eyebrows. It all went horribly wrong. The white noise eventually drove the test subjects into fits of extreme rage.
I'd be fine. Love white.
Terrible. Yeah, you leave the fan on overnight.
Oh, God, it'd be great.
Anyways.
There's always a mass slaughter. I like that there was eventually a mass slaughter in the fall. Yeah. It's always... Yeah.
All 75.
Yeah, what's happening there? Teddy bears.
Supposedly built as a safe place for school children. The kids who took refuge there were separated from their parents on entering, and the parents were quickly executed and incinerated.
What a job. Who's doing that? Who's the guy? It's like sort of like at the beginning of Fallout 4 when that guy rushes you and puts you into the cryogenics thing. It's like, what's his pay? How does that work for him? Or the soldiers like? Hey, Mr. Hijacks, he was go there.
Children were tortured and tested to determine which had the best genes, and at age 18, those genes were harvested for the next generation in a revolting attempt to create a master race.
Now we're talking. Now it's getting crazy.
No, when you burnt the parents of the children, we weren't talking.
Well, they weren't.
So you need to be careful now.
Oh, do I? Because we're doing we're next to wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, oh my God. What did I do? Give me a paper towel.
A little bit of this.
I feel like your friend left because you weren't doing good art and it's me doing bad art, and that's not what they expect.
So, yeah. At some point, the subjects found out what was happening and rebelled, killing the scientists and escaping wherever those kids wound up. Gotta be better than Vault 74.
No, it doesn't. It's Fallout World.
Vault 22. It's from New Vegas.
All women and one guy.
What?
All women, one guy, or all men, one woman. I swear there's stories, or unless I just imagined those as a teenager when I was playing.
It was staffed with scientists who undertook agricultural studies and subsisted on the plant life grown inside.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember this. It's just full of...
They made an oopsie, and the fungus meant to control pests wound up becoming pests. The spores of the fungus infected the human population, turning them into horrible plant.
Do you want to switch the stream over to playing something while I
can't do that because it's a phone.
Yeah. Well, let me just crawl on this guy's eyes.
Yeah. Vault 81 from Fallout 4. So now?
It's not the main one that you're in, I don't think. It's still
normal, well-adjusted people live there.
Great.
It was intended to find a cure for all known diseases by secretly experimenting on its inhabitants by infecting them with those diseases. However, in a surprising twist, and the overseer of Vault 81 wasn't actually an evil prick and prevented most of the medical scientists from ever entering the vault.
Kind of beautiful.
She then sealed off the rest of the scientists from the population permanently.
Skeleton tears. Oh. You missed it. Now they don't. It's over now.
Oh
No, it looked cool while it was dripping, but now it's
no!
it's over. It was a moment. It was a fleeting. Oh, he's got a runny nose.
Walt 118 Fallout 4 Far Harbor. Oh look, this is the guy from the show.
No, it's a similar situation though. There's really terrible, terrible amount of brains outside of bodies in Fallout.
Up for murder mystery built under a hotel. Walt 118 was never completed, and its experiment to house Hollywood hotshots in the lap of luxury and of drama.
They didn't finish that one, but they finished. Okay.
There's still plenty of drama. Robo-Brain has been murdered, and when you arrive, you get to play detective, question the suspects, and make an accusation.
J'accuse.
It's fun, and there's some great loot to be acquired too.
I actually haven't played. I only played some of the DLCs for New Vegas and 3. I never played any of it because I played Fallout 4 when it first came out. It'd be kind of fun to get the DLCs, but I'd have to actually play through the main story in Fallout 4 again, which is long.
Yeah.
And
Can you dab some of that?
yeah. So,
Is he also having snot?
yeah. As you see, if you were listening before, you would have seen he had a beautiful runny nose. It makes sense. I mean, as Indiana Jones decomposed in the fridge, his brain sort of leaked out and stained. That makes sense. Sure. I don't know.
Lot 114 was advertised to rich politicians and the wealthy elite who would arrive to find themselves crammed into tiny apartments with shared bathrooms and at the mercy of a deranged, pantsless, Abraxo-eating overseer named Soup Can Harry.
Abraxo is powdered bleach,
Oh,
I think. Yeah, it is. It's what she injects those guys running the ghoul building place in the show with.
yeah.
I think she shoots one of them with it or something. Man,
It was never completed. It's interesting that, like, the ones that would have actually people would have paid for are never completed.
it is like the funny underlying like cartoonishness of the Fallout world is that no one is competent except you as the main character.
Are
Just
you
because
though?
you're super powerful and strong and you're able to bend the world to your will because you're the player character. So yeah, basically. It's sort of like in the show, actually. The 3 main characters are the only people, well, 2 of the 3 are the only people that are competent in the show, really.
Yeah.
That's my version of the Wild Wasteland spiral because I can't make a spiral.
Gosh. This looks like he's just shocked, and those are like,
He got whacked in the head really hard by a death claw and he got driven into the ground like a cartoon.
Okay, final Walt that I'm going to talk about. Walt 12 from Fallout.
Yeah. Look at the visuals of that. That's gross.
Have you played the first Skyrim game? It's like on DOS.
Oh, damn. No. I
Not
played.
Skyrim, sorry, Elder
Yeah,
Scrolls.
I got it. Anyway. No, I only ever
This
played.
is also a DOS game. Looks
No,
like.
well, it might have run on DOS, but it ran on, I think Windows 90, not Windows 3.1. I would have played it on Windows 95, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad my parents didn't look over my shoulder when I was playing it because especially 2, but 1 as well were all inappropriate for me at the age I played them.
So Walt decided to find out how radiation works by putting 1,000 people into Walt 12 and then making sure the door wouldn't close.
But they decided to find out how radiation works.
May-
All right, sure.
Turns out radiation is pretty bad for humans.
No way.
And the citizens became disfigured ghouls and glowing ones who still live there when you arrive. The true revelation is that not all ghouls are simply monsters. Ghouls can be good people, and despite their tragic circumstances, they carry on with their lives. So that is, Walt and Goggins story. I guess it goes like
All the way back, yeah.
OG.
I think the weird thing is that there's 6 different kinds of zombies in Fallout.
Yeah.
There's ghouls, feral ghouls, glowing ones, which are just feral ghouls that glow because they're so radioactive. And there's super mutants that are sort of zombies that are just giant buff green guys that are. And I think there's a couple more, but yeah. Because they really like zombie type characters.
Okay. Do you think we're done? You know, I was thinking that, oh, like this is gonna be a very short drawing. We're gonna draw a couple of vault boys.
You drew one vault.
Colored. Yeah. And I was
You
thinking,
drew him.
was thinking we were gonna draw Furiosa.
Oh, I forgot about Furiosa. Oh, you gotta do Furiosa.
We can do that next week.
Sure. Or tomorrow.
Tomorrow, while at work.
Mm-hmm. Well, both of us are at work. All right.
All right.
Well,
how was it?
that was very satisfying for you to help me creating a adult coloring book for me. Well, I can't answer that. Did you enjoy seeing my beautifully colored version of your drawing?
I think you, other than the Indiana Jones part where you totally ignored all my advice.
I truly was winging it at that point.
I think you did a good job. Like, I was surprised how good, it's a bit splotchy, but it's pretty good.
It's satisfying that, like, trying to making the textures with, even that was quite, even though it was kind of accidental, but it's quite satisfying to make the weird textures you get with watercolor is cool. This I really enjoyed because I accidentally drew something that looked like it had a bit of depth. Entirely accidental. But
no, that was good as well. I thought you did a great job there as well.
Wow. You heard it here first, everybody. All one of you.
Yeah, I think it was fun. I want to do Furiosa for sure. And maybe Adventure Time because you mentioned it.
If you're going to do Furiosa, we need to get some chrome.
Chrome.
There's a chrome. And definitely, if you're going to do it, we could do Immortan Joe.
Immortan Joe with white, yeah. All right, should we stop it now?
What's your signature line that you said?
I don't have, but
Yeah.
if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and chat with us. Leave us a comment. Yeah.
Do that.
Take care. Bye.
Don't worry, I'm not usually here.